guys, it's Jiedel, and today we're doing another historical rebuild. Today we are going to find out what would happen if the Detroit Pistons selected Carmelo Anthony in the 2003 draft instead of Darko Milicic. Obviously Darko, not a good pick for the Pistons. They won the title anyway that season, but Carmelo really could have maybe turned them into a dynasty instead of a one-title team. Now, I looked up how Detroit got the number 2 pick in this draft, and basically Memphis gave it to them in 1997, so I kind of just gave us the number 1 pick, gave the Cavs the number 2 pick. Since we're selecting Carmelo, the Cavs can just take LeBron James after us. It doesn't really change the historicalness of it in that regard, if that makes sense. Everything I said was kind of a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Detroit, if they took LeBron on that team, would have been ridiculous, but we're taking Carmelo, a good fit with this team in my opinion. And I had to simulate the 2002 season, and we ended up with the 19th pick. We were the 7th seed. And then this is before we had Rasheed Wallace, so it does make sense that's where we'd fall. And in this redraft, Darko, he fell all the way to 19. I wish the computer actually kind of tried to draft it a little bit more realistically. But maybe Darko would have fallen actually if Detroit didn't take him. So we're gonna take Nick Collison with our pick. And those were our 2 picks. So we got Carmelo Anthony, 83 overall to start out, instant contributor, and we got Nick Collison, who we all know will be with this team for a long time if we manage it right. Now, we have a lot of cap space right now, but in reality, the Pistons would not have that much cap space because the cap wasn't that low back then. So I'm not actually gonna make any signings here because, well, realistically, we can't. So here's the team. We don't have Rasheed Wallace yet. We're gonna have to trade for him. Now, I looked up the trade they did to get Rasheed Wallace, and obviously, you know, I was 8 years old when that happened, so I don't really know how good some of the guys being exchanged were, but none of them had the name value that Rasheed Wallace had, so I don't know if 2K will actually let us do the trade that actually happened to get Rasheed Wallace, I'll be honest. But we're going to try to get him, or at least someone comparable, to turn this team into a title contender. So last time I checked, Wallace is on the Trailblazers. We're going to trade finder him, see what we can do. Obviously, we don't want to trade Chauncey Billups to get him. They also want to give us this Derek Anderson guy. Okay, so let's see if we can propose some sort of trade. So I'm going to try to trade Tayshaun, who uses 75 in the game. Obviously, Tayshaun was a big part of that Pistons team. So I know people who love this team are not going to like this trade. But if we had Carmelo in real life, we probably don't need Tayshaun. And, you know, having him and Carmelo would be nice. But there's no way 2K is just going to give me, you know, Rasheed Wallace for free. So they're saying no to that. I don't know if it's actually going to be possible to get Rasheed without me doing some sort of trade override. So I'm going to give them 2 unprotected picks. Hopefully that's enough. And they agreed. Okay, so now we have Rasheed Wallace. We kind of rebuilt the team pretty much. No Tayshaun though, which sucks. So our team is Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton, Carmelo Anthony, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace. The bench is kind of weak, doesn't really have any guards on it, so maybe we should try to move Mehmet Okur. Alright, so I like our team. The bench I'm not in love with. We could try to trade these guys, but in real life, this is when the Pistons won the title. So I said we just go for the title and see if we would win. Alright, simming to the end of the season. And we start off with a W against the Heat, W against the Pistons. Things are looking good so far early on here. A lot of W's actually. Alright, so at contract extension day, we're 47-12. We're absolutely killing it. Let's make sure we got guys to re-sign. Okay, we got a lot of big guys to re-sign. Hamilton, Billups, and Wallace, all of them got to stay. So Hamilton's back. Billups is back. Wallace is back. Okay, that wasn't very hard. Chucky Atkins, 31 years of age. Will not re-sign him. Neljico? This guy's kind of giving me the creeps. We're not going to keep him. And Hubert Davis... Just look at this dude. No, we're not re-signing you, Hubert. Okay, so midway, or a little over midway through the season, actually. We are by far the number 1 team in the East, and we would also be the number 1 team in the West, the Oklahoma City Thunder. With Steve Francis, Ray Allen, Brent Barry, they're pretty good. The Lakers, of course, Fisher, Kobe, Antoine Jameson, oh my lord. And Shaq, that team is scary. So we finished the year 65-17. Despite that, T-Mac won the MVP. None of our guys, but I'm not too surprised. And the Rookie of the Year was Cedric McDaniel. Where is LeBron James? Or at least Carmelo. Carmelo averaged 23 points for us. He was amazing for us. So I think the rookie report maybe is glitched. That's why he didn't win Rookie of the Year. And LeBron on the Cavaliers, he averaged 22 a game. He was a monster. So the rookie report's glitched. That's a whatever. For our team though, Richard Hamilton, Carmelo, Chauncey. I mean, this team is just beastly. I think we're gonna win the title. It'll be really hard to overcome this Lakers team, obviously. In real life, the Pistons went 54-28. It is worth knowing they did trade for Rasheed Wallace midway through the season, if I'm not mistaken, in real life, and obviously they didn't have Carmelo. Those two factors are probably what led to us having a much better record. So let's simulate the current round. I think we should destroy this Sixers team. And we're in the second round against the Cavs, led by LeBron James. Now, who else is on this Cavs team? Smush Parker, L. Ricky Davis, okay. LeBron. Boozer, he stayed with them in this case instead of going to the Jazz. So that makes them a bit of a better team. I could see that team making the playoffs, even being a high seed with LeBron James being surrounded by some better guys. But obviously, our Pistons squad, it was just a much more well-rounded team. Yet, here we are tied 2-2. Up 3-2, come on, this should be a cakewalk. There we go. We're going against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm guessing this is the Jason Kidd. No Jason Kidd. We got Baron Davis, Kerry Kittles, Richard Jefferson, Kenyon Martin, and Darko Milicic. Honestly, this team kind of reminds me of our team, but not as good, not as tough. We should win this one, and it looks like the Lakers got upset by the Warriors. Oh, that's good for us. All right, here we go. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us, and that should be an easy sweep. Boom. And now we're going against that Thunder team we saw earlier with Ray Allen. They were a pretty good team. I am a little afraid of them. 1-1. Come on, Detroit. 2-1 us. Let's get it. 2-2. Oh, man, this game is close. Oh, 3-2. We're down 3-2. All right, we're going to have to make a game plan. We're down 3-2, guys. This is not good. All right, we're going to bump up Chauncey's minutes a smidge. You know, Williamson, you're not going to play quite as much. We got 5 extra minutes. Those are going to Carmelo, and those are going to Chauncey. Ray Allen is going to be guarded by Chauncey. There we go. Our first scoring option is Carmelo. Play some physical defense. And I don't want Ray Allen going off against us or Rashard Lewis, so we are going to limit perimeter shots. So basically whatever the computer's telling me to do, I'm going to do that. So early on, they take a 3-4 point lead. Come on! We are flat out a better team than them. I think we can all agree. This Detroit team is flat out better than that Thunder team. And yet, we're gonna get crushed here in Game 6. So we lose the NBA championship. I highly doubt that would happen if these two teams matched up. But 2K'd us, so here we are in year 2. We already are doing worse than the real life Pistons. We don't have a pick because we gave it to the Trailblazers in our Rasheed Wallace trade. And we're accepting our team option on Okur and not extending a qualifying offer to anybody. So Tracy McGrady's a free agent, but there's just no way we can get him. But Rasheed Wallace is a free agent, so we do need to try to get him. Just gonna offer him a big deal. And Rasheed's gonna take it. We're renouncing the rights of pretty much all these other random guys. Now we have Okur, and we have Collison. Collison's younger. So I'm gonna look for trade offers on Okur. I wanna try to get a good guard to come off the bench for us. And I'm getting offered a lot of draft picks, which I'd love to take, but honestly, Okur, I mean, if we're going for a championship, we kind of have to keep a guy like that, but we really don't have a guard coming off our bench right now, so that's a big problem. I'm going to try to go for this Lucius Harris guy. Hopefully he signs with us. He does not. Eric Snow. I don't really want to sign Eric Snow, but we don't have really any options. We could go for Bruce Bowen, another defender who could help this team out. Hopefully he signs with us, and he does. So now we have Bruce Bowen on the team. He could be a good Piston. Eric Strickland, we're gonna try to sign him. He's not that good, but we'll have him on the squad. Come on, Eric. You know you wanna be a Piston. Yes, we got Eric. All right, player progression. Carmelo's an 89. Ben Wallace went down, so well, we probably do need to win this title. Oh, Bruce Bowen went down immediately after we signed him. Not cool on his part. But the rest of the team is looking all right. Carmelo, you should carry us to a title this year. I believe in you. I think we all do. All right, so even though we lost the finals, team's looking up, you know, a lot of green arrows. Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton, Carmelo, Rasheed, Ben. Again, just a super well-rounded team in a time where the league wasn't actually as talented for sure. I think the mid-2000s might have been one of the biggest talent droughts the NBA's seen. Not talking about the star players, talking about the average players. We got Okur, we got Collison, Strickland, and Bruce Bowen. That's our rotation. It better work. It just better work. All right, and at the end of the second season, we went 69-13, huge improvement, yet we still didn't have an MVP. Dwyane Wade made the first team. I'm not seeing a LeBron for the Cavs or Carmelo for us, but Ben Wallace made the all-defense second team, so we're the #1 seed. Lakers are the 2 seed again. Let's see if they've changed much. There's still Fisher, Kobe, Antoine, Luke, and Shaq, still dominant. And OKC, who were the Sonics at the time in actuality, who beat us in the finals, didn't make the playoffs. Like I said, I feel like we probably were the better team there. Standings-wise, we're pretty far ahead of the Magic, who are still the T-Mac Grant Hill Magic, but we're definitely better than this team, even with Jason Terry on them. And in the West, the Warriors actually won 60, so they're a pretty good team. Gilbert Arenas, Jason Richardson, Pau Gasol. So this would be a really good Warriors team if that actually got put together. Let's see how it goes. Knowing how good we are, 69-13, we're probably about to take a big fat L to a 35-win Pacers team. Or we'll get the clean sweep. Knowing 2K, I was kind of expecting us to, you know, at least go to 7 against them. All right, well, we sweep them in the first round, and we're going against the Nets, who we handled easily last year. So hopefully we handle them again. Maybe we get another sweep when we head into the we head into the Eastern Conference Finals 8-0. Never mind, we took an L. We took 2 L's to a team we handled easily last year. And it's going to a Game 7! Oh my god. But it looks like we're just gonna win Game 7 pretty quickly here. Okay, so we did. We win Game 7. We're going against this Magic team, which does scare me. And the Lakers looks like they're gonna make the finals. So I'm afraid of the Lakers, I'm not gonna lie. Shaq and Kobe, that's a duo you don't want to have to deal with. We sweep, and now looks like we're going against the Phoenix Suns. Okay, so we catch a big break. They got Marbury, Joe Johnson, Sean Marion, Stoudemire, and Alan Henderson. I don't know how a team with this front line beat a Kobe Shaq team. I don't see how Shaq doesn't average like damn near 45 points a game in this series, but I'm not complaining, although I am a little afraid of this impressive 4-man unit they have going here. This is scary. You know, Ben Wallace was not the most dominant offensive center, so that matchup definitely goes our way, but maybe not as much as we would think. And we have won the championship. All right, so it did take us a year later, but we won the title. We got all the guys locked up long term. So if the Pistons drafted Carmelo Anthony, honestly, they could be a dynasty. Obviously, a team that could beat this Pistons team, for those of you who want to see a realistic kind of throwback look at what team could beat them, click up here to see my 2003 Cleveland Cavaliers rebuild, where I rebuilt the Cavs by building through the draft, trying to trade all assets for draft picks, building LeBron around players like Dwight Howard and Chris Paul, basically the best players of his generation, basically created what I think would be the best team ever. We have Rondo and KD coming off the bench by the end of it, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and peace!